Hi guys, welcome to TestFlix 2021. My name is Kushan. I'm from Sri Lanka and I have come here to give you all a demonstration on how we can spice up Selenium test automation using external libraries and how we can tackle some of the key challenges in test automation when it comes to Selenium. So this is about myself. I'm currently working at Accenture, Sri Lanka as a test automation specialist. I have 15 years of testing experience and I have blogged over 300 articles in LinkedIn. So I am a key contributor. So I have 200 plus of Git repos on test automation tools. So I'm an international speaker and I have spoken several events annually. So let's move into our presentation and demo. So Selenium is a web UI automation tool which is open source and free, and which caters to vast variety of scripting languages, browsers, and also multiple operating systems. So let's move in to our PDF text validation, how we can tackle PDF text validation with Selenium, right? So what we are going to do is for the PDF text validation, apart from the Selenium, Java, and WebDrive Manager, I have used PDF Box, which will actually go into the online version of the PDF document. It will actually download it into your execution machine, and it will validate with the use of Apache PDF Box whether that particular text that we want to validate is there, and I have used the TestNG assets. So we can execute this and it will actually go to that site and download it. Here we go. So it has validated. And the next one is PDF image validation, which is another challenge that we might get. So for that, apart from the Selenium dependencies, I am using the PDF util 0.03. So this will actually help me to validate images in the PDF document. So I have written an additional code here. So it will go to the PDF document which has the images, navigate, and it will download to your local machine, and it will extract the images, and it will compare whether the base image is equal to the extracted images from the PDF document. And this does the PDF, this does a comparison with pixel to pixel, so it gives much more accuracy. So let's run this and see. There we go. So next challenge that we might get is how we can validate online QR codes. So for this, we are using a dependency called Google's Zing dependency, which will help us to validate the contents of a QR code, online QR code. So I have created a method, utility method to validate this. So it will actually validate the QR code. So with the use of online, it goes to this particular site through Selenium and it will validate the QR code. So it will validate whether the QR code contains this URL. So this is another challenge that we might get when we are doing Selenium test automation. There we go. So apart from this, a fascinating thing that I want to cover is the accessibility testing, which we uses the X Selenium dependency, which we can help to run automated accessibility testing with use of Selenium. So to this one, what we have done is I have created a kind of an accessible framework. I have created a JSON file which consists of the URLs and then the test case, which will actually go to each of these URLs and generate a report. So when we run this, we can run it through JUnit. So once this is done, actually we'll get a good detailed accessibility report, which will give you the impact of the accessibility issues in the given URL. So you can see that it's very handy for us to do automated accessibility testing. So the next part that we are going to do is is how we can compare images, online images. So that I have used a native Java code, and we can compare the images. I have created a utility method which will actually download the image from the specified URL, and it will validate the image pixel by pixel, which gives more accuracy. So if the images are matching, it will actually return the ratio of the comparison, and if it's more than 90, I have put it as to validate as a matching image. Here we go. So there are more things that we might get. The other one is the OCR validation to validate text in an image, which is also an important thing. So for that, I am using test4j with Selenium and WebDriver Manager. So for that one, I have created a test, which I have used as test4j. And you have to also download the test4j to your machine from the downloaded site. So what I have done is I have downloaded the test4j library, which will help me to decrypt the OCR image and validate the text. So this validates the text which is inside that image. So this is what we can use in the where we can spice up Selenium with other libraries, which we can encounter most of the challenges that we have got. So there are a lot of things we want to check client side performance testing. We can use browser mob, which it comes as a dependency in Selenium. So it's a matter of to how we can spice up, how we can tackle these things. We have to do a lot of R&D. We have to think out of the box. We have to know about the external other libraries, just not just learning Selenium. We have to do, if you are going to be someday a test automation specialist, because you have to counter the challenges that we get. So this is about my session in TestFlix. Hope this gives y'all an interactive was an interactive session and a good knowledge sharing sessions for y'all to expand on Selenium test automation. Thank you, guys.